YouTube says that we're live. Good morning, folks. It is Wednesday morning, 24th of June, 63 degrees here in Hampstead. It's going to be a completely sunny day. I don't think I see any clouds in the sky. Let me get Rosie. Wake up, Rosie. All right, we got that on. So here we go. This should work out fine.
Connected to YouTube Livestream FBI PD Babe ZU. Connected to YouTube Livestream FBI PD Babe ZU.
Uh-oh, FBI something. What the heck? I don't know. Are they watching me today? Or are they watching us? Probably not. So Wednesday morning, we're going to Lenny's and we're going to what today? We've got the two normal deliveries today. They both have about this normal. Lenny's is a little later. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure whether they're still having an issue with their display, but it's a little lighter than usual. But anyway, here we go. Let's keep going. Lights are on. Yes. Seatbelts on. Let's get out. Pursue some happiness. Here we go. We got a nearly full tank of gas. So we don't need to get gas today. Now, on the way up, as I was commuting to the bakery this morning, this route that they have the signs about it being closed from 8 to 5, well, there was a fairly large section that was, there was a fairly large section where it was down to one lane, so it's got like one guy standing there with a slow or stop, depending on which side of the traffic's going, in the same way on the other end. And it was a pretty good length of the roadway. So that was about a half an hour ago. A little bit more than a half an hour ago. So I don't know if they got that cleared up completely, because it is 5:07. So we'll have to see if we are affected at all by that. There you go. There you go. Ride free. The weird thing was, so I was the first car in line coming up. We'd stopped less than 5 minutes. It was only a couple of minutes. So we're stopped there. The traffic was coming the other direction. And then the traffic stopped coming the other direction. The guy turned the sign around. So now we've got slow. So I went, and maybe like, I don't know, not quite halfway through this section of the roadway, there was a car still coming the other direction. So I don't know if it was a really slow car that they didn't know was still there, or maybe somebody came out of their driveway, or somebody that didn't know one way or the other. But yeah, that was a little weird. There was enough room for the other car to kind of go over to the shoulder, sit there while the rest of us went by. But yeah, it was a little weird. Like, I'm driving along on the wrong side of the road, because that was the side that was open, and I see headlights coming up. Thought that was a bit odd. Mildly unnerving. Mildly unnerving. That's how I would describe it. But we pulled through just fine. No issues. Oh, I noticed on my channel today I have 300 videos. Yesterday's video was number 300. I didn't really realize that. Now that's everything. That's shorts, live streams. The majority of it's the live streams, but it's shorts, live streams, videos. It's pretty crazy. I'm gonna have to figure out, like, when should I hit 500? I want to have 500 videos. It's my goal. I think that's a reachable goal. 500 videos this year, by the end of the year. We're halfway through the year, right? So it's like 140. So I'm going to have about another 100, say 140. What is this? I think this is the 139th or the 140th live stream for the year. So let's just say we're halfway through the year. Let's say I'm going to get 140 more live streams. So now we're up to 440 and 60. Yeah, I can do like 60 videos and shorts combined. I think we can do it. I want to get to 500 videos, or what they call videos. It includes them all, live streams, shorts and videos. I want to be at 500 by the end of the year. That's my goal. Maybe more. I'm making it my goal because I think it's attainable. I'm trying to set something that's like crazy. But I might go crazy. Maybe it'll be 1,000. Well, because if you figure we've got more than 26 weeks left in the year, and if I do like just one short, I'm trying to do one video a week now. So if I do one short and one video, boom, there you go. Well, I got to do a little bit more than that. But anyway. Do it. I did the nap thing again yesterday. Yeah, I'm just... I do feel a little bit different when I do naps. Same amount of hours sleeping. But I napped and then I got up and I was online for a while. And then I went back to bed at like 10:30, 10:30, something like that. Oh, another thing, I was going to try a new thing YouTube has. YouTube has an option now when you're setting up your live stream where you can be on the regular, like I like it horizontal. So I like my horizontal video. But you can also simultaneously broadcast a short. So you can have like a vertical short size video broadcasting at the same time. and supposedly the chat is combined. So if somebody's chatting in the short version, they're going to see the chat and be part of the chat that's in the horizontal screen as well. But the button isn't highlighted for me. Like I can set up my stream, but when I get to that button, it doesn't give me the ability to turn it on. So I sent a message to YouTube. I haven't heard from them yet, but I would like to just try it out, see what it does. I mean, a lot of people watch on their phones, and if it would look better that way, I think what it does, it looks like what it does is it just takes the center, like it just breaks up the screen and takes the center of the screen. So personally, I wouldn't like it as much to watch it that way. Like I'm more of a landscape picture guy, but at least it would be there, and then somebody wanted to see more, they could jump over to the other screen. But I couldn't try it out. Not yet. I think we're into the section they had closed, so it looks like they did stop the work at 5 o'clock, which is good, because at this time of the day, if you stop traffic going this direction, it would get backed up pretty quick. Today's going to be really nice, and tomorrow it looks like the weather forecast has really been changing around a lot. Like sometimes it looks like it's going to be cloudy, sometimes it's saying they're sunny, and then when you get closer to the day, they've been changing more than usual. But right now, tomorrow looks like it's going to be a fairly decent day. So my plan is to go downtown and try to see what's going on with the sale 250, because I believe tomorrow is a day when most of the tall ships are coming in. There's a lot of them too. I didn't actually count them, but I'm thinking like 15, 20. They're going to be sort of parked all over the inner harbor, different locations and stuff. So I think if I go down tomorrow and go to Fort McHenry, because Fort McHenry sort of sits out in a good location to see any ships that come into the harbor. So I think I might try that. It's also a good spot to see if they're practicing. The Blue Angels are coming. It's actually more than just the Blue Angels. There's the Blue Angels, and then there were 2 or 3 other flight, what do you call them? Air show type military flights. So I might check that out tomorrow. Lenny's is getting, in addition to the regular Danish that they buy, they usually get anywhere from 20 to 40, sometimes more, but usually 20 to 40 Danish, large Danish. And today they're getting like 20, I think they're getting 24 large Danish. But they're also getting some mini Danish. They haven't historically done that on a regular basis. So I don't know if they're trying them out. I don't know what the plan is. But Lenny will be getting some mini Danish. And they're getting I think they got 50 chocolate top cookies today, which is a pretty normal order for them. When I told Jennifer about the fact that their display cabinet was not cooling to the right temperature, and that's why they hadn't ordered, we thought that's why they hadn't ordered the chocolate top cookies on Monday. But she said they really don't need to be, I mean, I think most people do refrigerate them, but you really don't have to. That chocolate will be fine even if you don't refrigerate it. So I guess they just prefer to keep it in refrigerated. If it gets warm in there, I don't know how warm it gets during the day in that area, in that section of Lenny's, but if it gets warm in there, you probably wouldn't want them sitting at a warm room temperature. So that's probably why they keep them in cooler. Area. So we got a lot of rain yesterday. AJ was kind of funny. Every time he was starting to get dry, like he wouldn't get totally soaking wet, but he'd get all, his hair covered with rain, and then he'd come in. And then just as he was starting to get dry, he'd go outside again, get wet again. He pretty much stayed wet all day long. Every time I touched him, he was wet. At least we're over there.
Donna says, Morning, Craig. Quiet.
Hey, good morning. Yes, it is. It's a very quiet morning. Traffic is flowing pretty good. It's nice. Weather's great. 61 degrees outside. Sunny. I mean, there's not a cloud. Actually, clouds are nice for the sunrise. So your sunrise is a little less dramatic when it's completely cloud-free. But it's going to be a very sunny, pleasant day here in Maryland. How are things up in your neighborhood?
Donna says, beautiful sunrise.
Yeah, it does. It's got a little color.
Donna says, same here will be point.
So we got the normal 2 deliveries. Lenny's and what are they? And fairly normal. Lenny's is a little bit lighter than usual. What are they?
Donna says, good here. How about you?
All good. Very good. Very, very good. So far, pretty uneventful, except for the fact that when I was driving through the construction site this morning, this is on the roadway that takes me up to the bakery. It's the one they're working on overnight. And they had one lane, it was only down to one lane. Probably for about a quarter mile, it was just one lane. So when it was time for our for our side to go, we started going up, and about a little less than halfway up through this construction area, there was still one car left coming the other direction. So we were like head on. I should run my camera when I ride up there. I should. I've seen a couple of funny things while I was riding along. That would have been a funny clip. That would be. Turn green as soon as we pulled up.
Donna says, bad communication.
Yeah. The only thing I could think is maybe, because it was a pretty long section of roadway, so maybe somebody came out of their driveway, you know, like, maybe, I don't know. I always thought that, like, the people that work those, and they might not do this. This might be more than they actually do, but I thought that, like, you would, if those two people that are controlling traffic were communicating with each other, they'd be like, all right, the last car in the line is a red Chevrolet or something like that. So that the other guy would know for sure, okay, that's the last car in the line. I thought they did that. Maybe they don't. That's what I would do. If it was me, I would do that. But maybe they don't even have a radio. I don't know. They must have a radio. Lenny's sign is still out. Oh, look. You know how I was gonna start parking off to the side so that I wouldn't be blocking the bread guy. And now the Lenny's van is parked right there. It's kind of funny. I guess they don't realize. All right, here we go. Let's go get the rack. Oh, he got me. Thank you. Saw a guy near the door, so I ran over and like tapped the window really quick. But he'd already put the paper in the door so it wouldn't lock. It was that guy that never says anything. There we go. So he doesn't talk a lot, but he's effective. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's get out. Yeah, the Lenny sign is still out. I know it's a shock. Sure we go. Let's put you up here. Whoa. Yeah. All right, here come the chocolate chop cookies. Thing roll away. Yeah, see, they don't normally get many Danish, so we'll see what happens. Maybe that's going to become a thing. This is the larger Danish. That's what they get. They usually get, they're getting 24 of them today, but they get anywhere from 20s, 40s. So that's kind of a light order. Apple fritter. A couple of donuts, an apple fritter, an apple turnover. And last but not least, we got the black and white cookies. We got 3 more chocolate tops. I guess they didn't fit on the other tray. And then we've got a large rainbow cake. Spread it out. I'll leave the door open because if I close it, you're just going to be staring at the inside of the van. That would be rude. Look at the lottery totals. What do we got? We got 327 million for the power ball and 489 million for Mega Millions. Get that display case fixed? Did they fix that display case? You know, the one you were telling me wasn't cooling? No, still out? They didn't. Oh yeah. Huh. So they're just moving everything over? Oh. All right, you too. Have a good one. So they didn't fix it. That's why their order's probably a little lighter than usual. Let's close the door. Look, there's their van. I think they've got the same van that we do. But they've got a window in the back. Right as I closed the door, I heard Rosie saying, Donna said. I'll find out what Donna said. Did you get a haircut? Oh, yes, I did get a haircut. I cut my hair. I do my own hair. I do with a buzz trimmer, buzz cut type of thing. But yes, I did that last night actually. I was listening to Kendra has her Tuesday evening live stream, so I put it on the TV and I was listening to that, because she was reading. So it was actually perfect. It wasn't
Donna says me too, but my hair is long, so just cut bottom.
oh, you just trim off the bottom. Yeah. I started cutting it myself during COVID and just never, so I never went back. All right, here we go. So here we go. We're going to what today? We are going to pass the
Donna says me too.
deer field. That was another thing I used YouTube for. I was watching all these. I remember when I decided I was going to just cut my own hair. I must have watched like 15 or more videos about how to cut your hair. And it was the people that like were using scissors and all that too. That looked too complicated for me. So I just went with the buzz.
Chat says word up. Tuber chat says shared on Reddit. Now Donna says my hair is curly, so doesn't need to be perfect.
Hey Kevin, how are you? Whoa. Excuse me. I didn't see that turn green. Good morning, Tuber. Let me let this guy go by. Nice. Let me go over here. This guy's like on my nerves. I think he was mad at me because I sat too long at the green light. Yeah, it's really not that hard to cut your own hair. Well, assuming you're not trying to do anything super tricky with it. Well, it took me a while. I didn't know what I was doing with the back. It's harder to cut the back of my hair, but I have got technique down now. Let's see if we got deer. Do we have deer? Yeah, a couple. There's not that many out there today. Just a few. But the good thing was, during COVID, nobody saw the back of my head. Because, like, if I was we used Teams, which is like Microsoft's version of Zoom. And so all of our meetings and stuff like that, we did that all through Teams. So we were on camera a lot, but you just see your face. So I didn't really have to worry about the back of my hair for a little while.
Donna says I like short hair on me and had it for a while, but hated going to the beauty parlor.
Yeah, I was never crazy about going to the barber. I don't mind it. I did mind it, but the barber shop near me Well, most of my life, just to go back a minute, most of my life I had one lady that cut my hair from like when I was 16, 15 or 16 until I was 40, like 45. So most of my life I had the same lady cutting my hair. Her name was Rosemary. And so I like getting my hair cut. And she was nice and we would, it's like a thing. But then she passed away and I had to find another place. So I went to a barber shop that was nearby. But I never really got like this. It just, I wouldn't always get the same person. And they weren't overly friendly. It was a group. I think most of the people that worked there were Russian. And I have no, I like Russian people. I have nothing against them, but their personality is a little colder. You know what I mean? It's just their culture. So you don't get that warm, fuzzy feeling. They don't project that warm, fuzzy feeling. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you want a haircut? Okay, sit here. You like it? Okay, good. Bye. Okay. I mean, they're very nice people, but they just come off. They have a hard exterior. That's the right way to say it. What's everybody doing today? Is anybody doing anything exciting? I'm going to try to finish my live streaming technology video. I don't know if I really want to call it the technology video. It's a live stream setup video. It's one in a series. I'm going to come out with a series of my live streaming experience. I'll try to get that done today or tomorrow. Like, I think it would be good if I put out my, now I'm not making a promise here, but this is sort of in the back of my head. What I'm thinking is,
Donna says that sounds interesting.
I want to do my weekly video, right? I've said that I want to make a video a week, a short, and I'm just going to do it. I have to do it. So I'm going to do a video a week, and not a short, but an actual like long form video. It will be relatively short, probably only be 5 or 10 minutes, but anyway. So I want to start doing that weekly, and I figure I'd like to do it so that it's something I could send out on Thursdays, because that's the day that I don't live stream. So it seems like the perfect day. See, I could have given her a cookie. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to get my plan all together for the cookie giveaway. You know, where I'm going to give cookies out to people if I see them on the street. I'm going to get that whole thing started, and I'm not going to wait for the van cookie anymore. Like, we'll eventually make it a cookie that looks like the van, but I'm going to get that whole thing started as soon as I get I'm going to get like a little, like, I don't want to say like a receipt, but a little piece of paper that you're going to get with your cookie that just says, hey, you know, something nice from the bakery, blah, 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 that kind of thing. And maybe a QR code or something that tells them where they could see the live stream. It's going to be a win-win idea. Bakery wins. It's like a little marketing.
Donna says, so you will make them yourself at the bakery.
No, Donna. That's a nice idea, but no, I won't. We don't want to kill people. We want. No, I'll pick up like, I mean, they have cookies, like the kind of cookies that I usually take to Crystal, like the little, like in the summertime, they kind of look like little flowers, stuff like that. So I'll just pick up a couple of them. I think if I have 2 or 3 with me, that's all I need. I just need that in a little plastic, you know, sealed plastic container. And then I want to have some kind of paper to give them that says something about the bakery and the live stream. I have some ideas. I haven't looked at them in a long time, but I was starting to put these ideas together a while ago. Then I started like, I don't know why, I sort of put myself on hold because we're gonna make van cookies. Cookies that are shaped like the van. And that will happen. But I got to get moving on this because I've been talking about it now for too long. Got to make it happen. I mean, if I have to make the cookies, I'll make the cookies. I mean, it would probably be inappropriate for me to go buy, you know, Chips Ahoy. That wouldn't be good. They're going to be bakery cookies. I mean, here's what I want. My vision, my long-term vision of this is like 5 years from now, when this van is seen driving through a neighborhood in one of these towns, they're gonna be like, "Oh, there's that van. He stops and gives people cookies." That's what I want. I want to be that van.
You could add Baker to your resume.
I could. I probably could make the cookies. I mean, they can't be that. I think they've already got. I'm sure they've got dough they could give me. All I'd have to do is roll it out, cut it, and bake it. I'm sure I could make the cookies. I could. and I got to finalize the spiel. Is that a real word? I don't know if it is, but anyway, you know what I mean. I've got to finalize the spiel that I'm going to have, that I'm going to say when I get out of the van to potentially give somebody a cookie. Like, so I see somebody on, somebody's on the side of the road walking along. They're walking their dog, or it's the mom of their kid or something. And I'm going to stop the van, and I'll get out, and I got to be like, what am I going to say? I don't want to look like a weirdo. It might be too late for that, but I want to be like, I've got to get that whole thing in my head so that I'm ready to do it when I get out of the van. I don't want to be awkward, weird.
Donna says maybe put a sign that says wave if you want a free cookie.
Yeah. I thought about some kind of signage like that. But I'm just afraid, like, if I do something like that, what I was thinking is then I'm not in control of how many cookies I'm giving out anymore, right? Because if I have a sign on the van that says wave if you want a cookie, then every time somebody waves, otherwise it would have a negative impact on their feeling for the day. Like, I want it to be like surprise. And I want to kind of maintain some control over how many cookies I'm giving out. Because I was thinking, what I was thinking is, if, like, my dream comes true and 5 years from now, everybody knows that, hey, oh, there's that van. Sometimes they stop and give people cookies. Well, I would imagine if it were really that well known, it feels weird even talking about this, like I'm talking about something that hasn't even happened yet. But if it became a widely known thing, well, then I could potentially have people that are like, they're just walking along the street, they see the van, they're like, oh, and then they would be waving anyway because they're like, they want to cook. I could see that happening.
Donna says, what does the bakery think about this?
Well, Jennifer likes the idea. She's the. I had been looking at. The funny thing is, I had been looking at cookie cutters that were in the shape of a van. But then maybe I mentioned it to her. I don't remember saying it to her. But the next thing I know, she ordered one. She ordered a cookie cutter. So I mean, she's all in. She likes the idea. And then, like, if the thing I'm trying to get in my head is how would it flow? Like, I see somebody that I want to give a cookie to, and then so I'm gonna, they've got to be somewhere where I can pull over. Now, do I get out? I'm not going to carry the camera with me when I approach them because they may not be okay with that initially. And plus, that could just kind of freak them out. So I just got to be like, hey, obviously I work for a bakery because I've just stepped out of the van. So I'd be like, hey, you want a cookie? I don't know. I just feel weird saying that. But anyway, so I get past that. Now I'm giving them a cookie. And at some point, I want to be able to say, hey, do you want to say anything on our, live stream? Do you want to say anything online, that your friends or your family could watch later? I mean, it's unlikely that their friends or family would be watching it at that moment, but they could go back and look at the live stream. And that's why, like, when I give them the cookie, I want to have like some little piece of paper with me that has that information on it so that I can go, hey, live stream. And if you want to say hi, and I would hope that most people would want to go, hey, hi, blah, 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 say whatever. That's what I want to kind of work up so that that flows smoothly. Because then I could have these little clips that I could make of the people that I gave cookies to. This could be huge. And then I just start driving all over the country. I'll be that YouTube guy that gives out cookies. I mean, there's no end to it. It's limitless. All right, let's see if they come and get the door. There was somebody at the drive-thru, so it's likely that they saw us. That's why we've got to make sure that Rosie stays on it. She doesn't get too delayed, because when this is finally happening, what if we pass somebody, I don't see them, there's like a perfect target. We'll call it a target. I don't want to say a victim. The perfect target is on the side of the street. And I miss it. I don't see him. So somebody watching, like you could, while you were watching, go, hey, what about that, that lady over there with their dog? All right. I mean, we don't see that. See, that's the other thing. We don't see a lot of people. So it's very controlled group right now. It's like not a lot. It's not like we're riding through town when there are tons of people walking around. because there aren't too many people up at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. Apparently the people in the restaurant aren't even on yet. Hold on, let's call. All right, I'm gonna call them. I'll call them in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Now the door opens. Hey, it's Craig. I'm out back.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Let me go over to the door. We're definitely, look at the light on that door. We're definitely not going to be putting the camera on there today. Good morning.
Front door open.
Front door is open. Do you ever get tired of hearing that all day long? Does it happen all day?
Only back there. We're usually not back there. So
Oh, it's only back there. Good morning. How are you? I'm good. The sun is bright. These donuts are going to get a little sunburn before they get in. Back here. That'll work. Oh, wait a minute. It might not work. It doesn't work. Hold on. Go back to this. It's a better spot. Okay. All right, let's straighten up these trays. Muffins. All right, here we go. We've got 96 donuts. 96. This is the 16. I think there's 16 on there. Anyway. Hang on. See, here's what I'll put this on the bottom because it's got that plastic that hangs down. I don't want that plastic rubbing against my donuts. That sounded weird, but anyway. especially when you put if you've got powdered sugar on top of your donuts, you can't have stuff sliding across the top of them. You know what I mean? Sure, my donuts. I got a variety of everything today. And then we've got 4 of everything here. 4 cinnamon buns, 4 cronuts, and 4 large Danish. And they went a little lighter on the mini Danish today. And they didn't get any coconut. None. Okay. Ready to roll? In we go. Hey there. All right, have a good day. Okay. Go. Sunny day. Delivery is done. All right, here we go. I watched a few minutes of Dana's live stream this morning, and she was talking about, like, I guess maybe it happened yesterday where she picked up somebody that was, I don't know, did anybody else see her talk about that? She like must have had somebody that was dropped off somewhere.
Donna says I know that it's totally okay that people who are watching don't say anything but wish they would, even if to just say hello.
Yeah, but they couldn't see. The thing is, it could be watching on TV. It could be watching from another country where they, they don't speak English. It could be all kinds of things. You never know. I actually watch quite a bit on TV, and which is funny because if I'm watching and then I want to say something, I have to run and get my phone or something if I want to type something in the chat. Because I don't think there's a way. I mean, if there is, I haven't figured it out. I don't think there's a way to use chat when you're on your TV. And I actually do it quite a bit. Like even last night, I got into Kendra's live stream, and then I went downstairs to start cutting my hair, and so I put it on the TV, and that was it. And you don't even see the chat. Or if you're just watching, there's also a pretty good number of people that don't actually have a YouTube account. Like they watch YouTube, but they haven't set up a channel or an account. So if you don't have that set up, then you can't chat either. Actually, when I started live streaming, Janet didn't have an account set up. Like, so whenever she went to YouTube, it was always like, to check a video or something. She never really had an account. So I kept saying, I was like, you should say hi, blah, blah, blah. And she couldn't chat. I mean, she could. We couldn't figure out what was wrong, but it was actually that she didn't even have the ability because she didn't have an account. No,
Dana says, but if I weren't here, then what?
Then what? Yeah, nobody would be chatting. Well, I would still be talking, believe it or not. We would probably do believe that. I talk anyway. Like, there's a guy out in, this is kind of interesting. He's been live streaming for a long, long time. He's one of the first delivery people that I saw. He drives like a UPS, I think it's FedEx, but it's one of those type of delivery trucks. It's not a DoorDash, it's not, it's like, I think it's FedEx. And so he stops a lot, he's driving around, but he doesn't talk at all. And he will answer a question, but it's fun to watch, but yeah, I just talk anyway. Like, I decided,
Donna says I was half asleep but heard John mention your channel last night.
oh, really? I missed that. I'm gonna have to watch. I'll have to scan through his live stream and see if I can find that. But yeah, no, I talk anyway. I mean, not quite so much, I guess. I do taper it down. Well, and the thing about the guy that does the FedEx deliveries, so, and that channel is called something like the Bird Chef. I know that sounds very weird. I don't understand the connection between this. It's an odd looking channel. Like, I don't understand how all the pieces go together, but I'm sure people say the same thing about mine. But I mean, I have chatted with the driver. I'm not even sure what his name is, and he's very nice. I think maybe.
Donna says Dana picked up someone.
Yeah, and she was like helping them. I don't know why they were dropped off somewhere, but they needed to get home, I guess. And whoever dropped them off I don't know why they were dropped off somewhere instead of being taken home. Like, I'm not sure how that ended up, but she runs into this person that needs to be taken home. And I think they must have asked her if she would drive them. So she said, yeah, well, I'm making deliveries for DoorDash, so and I'm live streaming. So I guess she asked them if it's okay with them that she does that, then yeah, she would drive them somewhere. But I didn't get it. I didn't get the full story. It just sounded like she picked up somebody that needed a ride home, which she normally wouldn't do, but she did, and felt a little better about it because she had the live stream going. I guess she felt like less vulnerable. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. See what. So it wasn't last night. It would have been the night before that happened, I think. But the FedEx driver guy, if you type something in the
Donna
chat,
says missed it.
He reads it when he stops. So like if you type in a question and say, like, I don't know, how's your day going or something like that, you're not going to just, the next time he stops to make a delivery, which is very frequent. I mean, he's constantly stopping. So if he's driving along, he'll stop to make a delivery and then read the chat and answer it. But he's been live streaming forever. He's got a lot of subscribers, but there usually aren't more than 4 or 5 people in the room, maybe 6, always less than 10. But he's been doing it it's been for a long, long time. He's the one that has like a heart monitor on the screen. Like, you can tell what his heart rate is at any given time, which normally would not be real interesting, but it is in this case because he's making deliveries. So you can kind of tell, is he picking up a big heavy box, because his heart rate will go up the more energy he's using. I was watching some YouTube channel was talking about. I think they're still having another heat wave over in Europe, like France. They're all so close that I would imagine this is pretty much the same in the UK. But France had like a record high temperature ever yesterday or the day before. At least that's what this one person was reporting. I saw that yesterday and I was thinking about that guy, Chris, that comes on from the UK. I think he was getting an air conditioner. I hope he got it.
Donna says yes, watched Chloe the truck driver, and she said in Belgium they are expecting record-breaking temps.
Yeah, this is kind of early for that, right? Like, I wonder what it's going to be like in late July, early August. I mean, we really hasn't been too bad. We had hotter weather. Remember, like, we had a heat wave in May sometime. It was a while ago. We had a heat wave, but since then it's been pretty pleasant. This, by the way, this is where I got the cookie idea. Right here. I was thinking I would like to be able, because normally, now there's nobody, we're sort of here by ourselves, but normally the traffic gets kind of, you get cars all around on this intersection. And the light takes a little while. So I have time to extend a cookie out my window. I think that would be funny. That was my original vision, was that I would have like this extended pole that I would put the cookie on the end of the pole and, like, you know, stick it out the window at the car next to me. And I did research all this. Like, I know it's perfectly legal what I want to do. I wouldn't be getting out of the car or van. Not here.
Donna says, would you do gluten-free too?
Ooh, well, originally no, but might have to figure that out. I don't know. That's a good question. No, I'm not going to have, I don't think I'll have that many cookies with me. But that's a good point. Like, I should be prepared in case I go, hey, do you want a cookie? There's something weird about saying, hey, do you want a cookie? I got to figure out a better way to say that. But you're absolutely right. I could get the reaction to be, well, yeah, but do you have one that's gluten-free? And better answer to that would be yes, I do, as a matter of fact. I mean, they do. The bakery, they make a lot of gluten-free items at the bakery. Which, actually, the Lenny's and What a Day don't really order the gluten-free stuff, but Gourmet Girls does. Gourmet Girls frequently have gluten-free items in their order.
Donna said maybe call them samples.
Yeah, that is better. That is better. I like that. It's like a free sample. I have a free sample, like free sample. Gotta throw three. I gotta throw free in there, otherwise they'll think I'm trying to sell them something. I could have like a little container with a couple of cookies, a couple of gluten-free cookies, and a couple of dog bones. Because that's the other thing. If I see somebody that has a dog, probably should include the dog. I mean, I think the van has too much personality to let it go to waste, you know? It's got the little characters on the sides.
Donna says how long has the bakery been in business?
This one, I think she had business before, but she opened this bakery in 16. It'll be 10 years in August. Their 10-year anniversary is coming up. August the 26th is their 10-year anniversary. But she had...
Sean White says morning.
Hey, Sean, good morning. I hadn't seen the videos you were putting out. I like it. Very creative. I think Donna was the one that mentioned the Red Sox. So I went to see the Red Sox, and then I realized you had done 2 more before that. I didn't get notified. But yeah, we got to find out what Alex is going to do. Like, is Alex going to decide to quit? Or is she going to make a whole lot of money? I mean, I'm kind of invested in what happens to Alex now.
Donna says, who's Alex?
Alex is the
OG Sean White says Ty.
Alex is the girl
Sean White says more to come.
in Sean's video about the realities of gig work. Which is really, I mean, it's very helpful. I mean, it is extremely helpful information. The things that people need to consider. And then the 5 tips were good too. Like it's sensible stuff that you would think people would realize, but you know, I'm sure they don't. Like where to park, when to hit certain neighborhoods and stuff like that.
Donna says, like giving out cookies. LOL.
Yeah. All the cows are up. I popped in on Susan's live stream the other night for a little while. I don't think I ever said anything. I think in the beginning I said something, but then I didn't. I stayed kind of quiet. But she had. I love it when she goes out to feed her cows. They definitely have personalities. Remember when this used to be the tunnel of doom? Wow, we're early today. We had no delays at all.
Donna says I watch live streaming court trials.
Yeah, I remember.
Donna says one of witnesses happened to be a young man in dental school.
A witness? So he didn't commit the crime. That's a good thing. Did he witness the crime in the dentist chair?
Donna says right.
All right, guys. We're going to wrap this up here. Head into the bakery. But it is Wednesday, so I won't be on tomorrow. But hopefully I get my video out about setting up the van. That'll be my goal. My first of my weekly. I'm going to create a video a week. It's my new thing. Thursdays will be my release date of my videos. So I'm going to work on that today. Donna. All right, guys. Have a great day. I will see you all again on Friday, 5:15. Oh, and tomorrow I'm going to do the thing
Donna
downtown.
says have a great day, Craig and Lurkers.
I might actually, I don't know. I'm going to film downtown tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do a live stream or not. I'm going to be taking some footage downtown, but I'm not. I don't know if I'll do live stream or not. But if I do, I'll try to put a schedule out there. Anyway, all right, everybody. Have a great day. I hope it's sunny and nice wherever you are. If not, have a good day anyway. Rain is always okay. No, you're not mean. It's not mean. It's funny. I think it's funny. All right. I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye. It's not ending. My thing is not. What is it? End the stream. End.
Donna says didn't mean it to be mean.
No, it wasn't mean. You're not mean. That is so weird. I'm hitting end the stream and it's not ending. You guys still see me? Your stream will stop immediately and you'll no longer be live. Well, yeah, that's what it says, but it's not happening that way. That is so funny. All right, I'm going to try it a different way then. We'll just go like this. This is so weird.